So, I think you can relate to like trying to eat healthy and weight fluctuating, right? Peyton, Kyle, Rich.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. So I'm exercising, working out almost every day, and I'm not seeing like any changes. And so, my trainer's like, go get to MyFitnessPal, track your food. And tracking your food is so hard. On MyFitnessPal, it's free, but to really track the food, you got to pay. They have, because you just scan food and it tells you what it is. Other than that, you got to plug it in. So it's very difficult to track food. So I'm just eating what I generally think is right? But I'm not tracking it. But I'm not seeing the losses that I feel that I need. So anyway, my wife was away on a girls' weekend. She went to go, a bunch of girls from college all got together, and one of the things that happened is she went to the 80s band again that she goes to go see. She's now seen the band 8 times.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, they're here next week.
It's a cover band. And she's like obsessed with this band. And when she came home yesterday, she said, I can't see them for a while. I have to take a break because people kept coming up to me saying, weren't you just at the one in Flagstaff?
Oh my God.
Weren't you just at the... And she's like, it's embarrassing that people are knowing me as a groupie to Yachtly Crew.
But doesn't that mean they were just at the one in Flagstaff?
Well, I think they saw me post.
Oh, okay.
They saw my post that she was in Flagstaff, and she's like, I can't go to a concert and enjoy it, and now people think I'm some weird groupie. I go, it is weird. You're not following the actual artists. You're following the cover band of the artist. I go, that's a little weird. So anyway, she comes home from this girls' weekend, and she tells me about this app. It's called Yucca. Anyone ever heard of it?
No.
Yuka, Yucca. And what it does is if it has a barcode, it screens the barcode, and it tells you if what you're about to eat is healthy, and it tells you the rating. Like, is it a 2 out of 100? Is it a 50 out of 100? And it tells you why it's bad or why it's good. It's a pretty cool looking app, right? So I'm watching the basketball game last night, and she's scanning stuff. So she goes over, there's these cookies I like. They're called Lenny and Larry's cookies or something like that. And she's like, oh, look at this. It's a 2 out of 100, and it's in red. These are really bad for you. And I'm like, well, what'd you do that for? Like, I eat those all the time. Like, I'll eat 5 of those before I go to bed. And she's like, they're not healthy. I go, they're supposed to be healthy because they're in the health food store, and I get them all the time, right? So then she goes, oh, look at these chips. These are 70% healthy. These are good for you. And she's going over all these different things. And finally she goes, let me go screen the Chobani because I love Chobani yogurt. And I'm like, no, do not go anywhere near the Chobani yogurt. I don't want to know what the value is. I don't want to know how many calories. I don't want to know how bad it is for you or how good. Just no, please, God, just save me that. Because now I'm done with those cookies. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, man. So I'm like, no. So, but it's a cool concept. That might help.
Huh. I wonder, though, if like Lenny and Larry's didn't pay the Yucca people to say that their thing was healthy, so they're lower.
No, their thing's not healthy.
I know, but I'm wondering if you got to pay the app to be at the healthy scale. You got to somehow.
Oh, so you don't think it's legitimate?
Yeah, no, I don't know enough about it yet.
Yeah, but also, I sometimes think the health stores, I'm saying this in quotations, it's like it tricks you into thinking everything in there is healthy when it's really not.
You're right.
It's
But
really
also, I used to get these at health stores, and now they're at Target, they're at Fry's, they're at Safeway, they're at Kroger, they're everywhere.
They went mainstream.
Yeah, they're everywhere. So it's not like, and they have lots of chemicals in them. So I was bummed, though, because they were really, really good. And then there's these new cookies that you brought. Rich brought their F3 cookies.
F3 protein with pea protein.
Like, I love these cookies. I was eating them all weekend, and then I went to scan them, and they're such a new company that they're like, we don't recognize this item. And I'm like, thank you.
So you're safe. Yeah. If they don't recognize it, it's healthy.
Yeah,
Right.
so far, unless it gets more popular. And then, my son Kemp is in town. He plays basketball in college in Hawaii, and he's working out every day and shooting. And we have this machine in the backyard that you shoot and it rebounds. The gun, it's called the gun, and it rebounds the ball for you. And there's getting some holes in the net. It has holes in the net. So I reached out to the company, and they were so cool. They just sent a whole new piece. It's a big piece. It's like a big size of this chair, right? It's bigger than this chair. So I had to put it in. And as you guys know on the show, I'm not the most handy man.
That is truth.
So I decided yesterday that I'm going to figure out how to do this. So first thing I do, I look at directions. You need pliers to remove the current net.
There's no way you know where pliers are in your house.
Couldn't find pliers anywhere. I'm looking at every drawer, and I'm like, I know I've seen pliers in my house. I don't have any pliers. So my wife comes home from the girls' weekend yesterday. I'm like, do we have any pliers? She says, they should be in the toolbox. I go, what toolbox? And she's like, oh, wait, Jake took that to college. So Jake has that at his apartment in Tucson. I'm like, I go, we don't have pliers? I swear we have pliers. She goes, no, we don't have pliers. I guess not. They're somewhere. So she goes, we're sitting there watching the basketball game last night. She's on her laptop. She's like, do you want me to order you a toolbox? And I'm like, how can I possibly not have a toolbox right now? Do you mean a dad?
At this stage in your life?
At this stage of my life?
No, I mean, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm not surprised you don't, but you probably should have one just in case.
Don't
What a
have
great
one.
Father's Day gift for you. A
Oh, yeah.
toolbox.
I feel like it's been given to me before. I just don't know where they are.